A very good evening and welcome to Prime TV News, coming to you live and direct from the Prime TV studios with me, Abrar Abid. Now, before we go into our stories in detail, let's take a look at our headlines. President gives instructions to expedite inquiries on those arrested for minor offences after the Easter attacks. Finance Ministry refutes reports that expenditure of ministries has been cut. Largest group of European tourists to arrive after the Easter attacks visits the Sinigama Devala. Evidence suggests Saudi Crown Prince is liable for Khashoggi murder. Now, in our lead story, President Maithripala Sirisena has given instructions to expedite inquiries with respect to those arrested with respect to minor offences after the Easter Sunday attacks. Speaking at a National Security Committee meeting yesterday, the President also issued instructions to expedite investigations which are being carried out on the suspects. Further, the President emphasized the importance of providing security to religious places of worship and also at public gatherings. Matters concerning the country's security and its current situation had also been extensively discussed at the meetings. In more local news, the Finance Ministry claims media reports that the capital expenditure of the ministries had been cut by 15% are false. Clarifying the matter, the ministry in a statement said that a report has been published mentioning that a new decision was taken at the cabinet meeting on the 18th to prevent a financial crisis due to the government's revenue shortfall and rising costs. The statement said that when the 2019 budget was presented, the finance minister had proposed a saving of 10% to 15% from capital and goods and services expenditure. Accordingly, all ministries are taking action to implement the proposal since the budget was passed, and he emphasized that this is not a step taken for any other reason. Taking into consideration the administrative processes that need to be followed in executing the mandated work, the statement said that he proposed a saving of 10% to 15% from capital and goods and service expenditure. In the meantime, the Department of Census and Statistics has said that an increase in the economic growth is indicated within the first quarter of this year. It is an increase of 3.7%. The department claimed that this was purely due to the prevalence of a conducive environment, particularly in the agricultural industry. President Maithripala Sirisena has given instructions to the officials to expedite the Vevgam Puvudua program and grant benefits to the farmer community in the respective areas. The President issued these instructions to the officials at a discussion to review the progress of the program. The Vevgam Puvudua program is being launched by the Ministry of Mahaveli Development and Environment. This project is being launched to reconstruct 325 rural tanks in the Anuradhapura, Polonnaruwa, Puttalam, Kurunagala, Vavuniya and Mana districts affiliated to the North Central, Northern and Northwestern provinces. A project for the supply of pure drinking water for the people of the villages affiliated to these tanks. The President also inquired into the progress of these activities. The International Green Climate Fund has accorded a financial grant of 6,664 million rupees for this program. The United Nations Development Program is providing the necessary technical support. The Sri Lankan government has given a sum of 2,450 million rupees to proceed with the project. The work on the project is expected to be completed by the year 2024. Army Commander Lieutenant General Mahesh Senanayake has said that the Army will make its labour contribution in the construction of houses for the homeless families. He made this reference joining in a program organised in the new Mahatma Gandhi Pura New Village in Nuwara. Valuable plants are to be planted in every village that is to be constructed by the Ministry of Upcountry, New Villages Infrastructure and Community Development on the instructions of Minister Palani Digambaram. As the first stage, the planting of the saplings in the Mahatma Gandhi Pura at Dunson Estate took place with the participation of the Army Commander. At the gathering, representing the Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka was present. The army chief said that the leaders of the people through these projects expect to upgrade the lives of the people. The people are taken to a different environment in which they lived. He said that their homes will be an inducement for the development of their lives. He said that some may have already seen on television the tree planting program mooted in Vilpattu. He said that they planned to cultivate 2,100 acres in Vilpattu. He added that the Sri Lanka Army will lead any tree planting program in any part of the island. Meanwhile, the Galkanda Valpoladenia water supply scheme constructed in Mavanalla at a cost of 8.7 million rupees has been opened. It took place under the patronage of Minister Kabir Hashim. Around 160 families will benefit by this scheme. Dr. Vijit Gunasekara has said that many lives can be saved with the use of drone technology in the transport of blood vaccines as well as medical drugs in emergency cases. He made this observation addressing a media conference on challenges and opportunities experienced in Sri Lanka in the provision of health facilities. Dr. Vijit Gunasekara joined in this media conference through Skype.
Now, you cannot live without artificial intelligence in the coming era, although they are expensive. For that, the best example is the drone technology that we see elsewhere in the world. We do have one of the best blood system in the world. Currently, what we do is we use our vehicles in particular to deliver blood into a particular, from one hospital to the other, it is needed. Drones can help us in that situation. We can even provide essential, urgent, emergency medication to a location through a drone.
In more news at home, the largest group of European tourists to arrive in the island after the Easter Sunday attacks joined in visiting the Sinigama Devala yesterday. The group included 190 tourists, including Germans and Bulgarians. The staff of the Sinigama Devala, including the custodian Sarat Dissettuahandi, gave them a very warm welcome, according them a special treatment. These tourists participated in a Deva Puja at the Devil Devale and paid a visit to the Devale located in the mid-sea.
I'd like to thank all of you for the support and everything what you did for us today. Our group is very happy to be here. We had the most warm welcome a few days ago, and every day we see more and more from your country, and we are very happy to be here, and we cannot wait to see what else you can offer to us. And I think everyone here supports my words. And everybody is very excited about everyday experience that they have in this country. Most of all, these are the most open and honest people that I've ever seen around the world, I mean. So I think all these people behind me, my group, we are more than 140 people in this group. I think they all share the same experience, right? Yeah.
A case has been filed on the Permanent High Court at Bar against the President's former Chief of Staff, Kusumadasa Mahanama, and the former Chairman of the State Timber Corporation, P. Disanaika. The case has been filed by the Bribery Commission. They are accused of accepting a bribe of 20 million rupees after demanding a sum of 540 million rupees from an Indian company to approve the granting of machinery and buildings of the Kantale Sugar Company. The Bribery Commission has filed indictments under 24 charges. He is a father of 3 and a resident of Colombo. The Colombo High Court has sentenced to death an individual after being convicted of possessing 4.40 grams of heroin. The Attorney General has accused him of committing this crime in the year 2013. In more local news, parliamentarian Vijaypala Hettiarachchi has said that the President and the Prime Minister joined hands to bring normality to the country within a short span after the Easter Sunday attacks. He made this reference at a media conference held at Temple Trees. Vijaypala Hettiarachchi said that Sri Lanka has established a world record by suppressing a deadly terrorist attack within such a short period. The government's development process did not suffer a setback as a result, unable to tolerate it. The opposition is demanding the government to step down. He said that the joint opposition should extend support to the government to power during such a calamity. J.R. Jayawardena said, did not ask Sirimavo Bandaranaike during the 1971 insurgency to resign. She was supported by the opposition. Vijaypala Hettiarachchi mentioned that the opposition was waiting to shed blood in the country and go for a program to meet their political ends. In more local news, it was necessary to bring forward a supplementary estimate for the Ministry of Highways and Road Development and Petroleum Resources Development, as more financial allocations were necessary for the large-scale projects launched under the ministry. The Ministry of Highways and Road Development is developing the National Highways Network, including the expressways, in a streamlined and systematic manner and continuously maintaining this work. Work is also in progress with respect to the south extension of the Southern Expressway, the third stage of the Outer Circle roundabout, and the third stage of the Central Expressway. In addition, the ministry is handling around 33 large-scale projects. Under these circumstances, the ministry said it received cabinet approval for this supplementary estimate, as the sum of 185,000 million rupees received through the budget estimates and budget proposals are not sufficient. The ministry said that it received the cabinet nod to move a supplementary estimate of 65,000 million rupees. In more news at home, the library building of the Chinsulan Education Institute of the Mahakaruna Buddhist Society in Singapore, located in Vaunia, has been declared open. It was recently declared open under the patronage of the Speaker Karu Jayasuriya. The expenditure incurred on the building was around 4.5 million rupees. Uniforms and school gear were distributed among 750 students parallel to this event. These activities were organized under the guidance of the Sri Lanka coordinator of the Mahakaruna Buddhist Society, the Venerable Dr. Karandatiye Gunaratana Thera. A delegation from Malaysia and Singapore participated in the occasion. Robes were offered to 100 Buddhist monks. In the weather forecast, the Department of Meteorology has said that showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the sea areas off the coast, extending from Puttalam to Hambantota via Colombo and Galle. The Met Department said that winds will be southwesterly and speed will be 30 to 40 kilometers per hour in the sea areas around the island. The sea area of the coast extending from Mannar to Pothuwil via Colombo and Galle will be rough to very rough at times, as the wind speed can increase up to 70 kilometers per hour. The sea area of the coast extending from Trincomalee to Kankisenturai via Mullaitivu will be fairly rough at times, as the wind speed can increase up to 50 kilometers per hour. Naval and fishing communities have been called upon to be vigilant in this respect. Meanwhile, the Met Department mentioned that there is a high possibility of strong gusty winds up to 50 to 60 kilometers per hour occurring in western, central, Sabaragamuwa, southern, Uva and northwestern provinces, and in western coastal areas, and fairly strong gusty winds up to 50 kilometers in the north central and eastern provinces. It forecast showers or thunder showers at times in western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in Kandy, Norelia, Galle and Mathare districts. Several spells of showers will occur in northwestern provinces and in Mathale and Hambantota districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in Uva province and in Ampara and Batticaloa districts after 2 p.m. Let's now take a look at the very latest in the business arena. The State Statistics Office said that Sri Lanka's economy grew 3.7% in the first quarter of 2019 from a year earlier, helped by the agriculture sector returning to normalcy. The agriculture sector grew 5.5% from a year earlier, while the industrial sector grew 3% and services 4.1% expanded. The implicit GDP price deflator was only 0.06% in the period, keeping nominal and real GDP almost the same. Sri Lanka is recovering from a balance of payments crisis triggered by a soft-pegged exchange rate regime, and weak demand has kept prices low, while agricultural prices have also fallen amid a production recovery. Analysts who study Sri Lanka's frequent balance of payments crisis have said that inflation from the currency fall tends to show up later as the economy recovers. And that is all the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for the very latest. And in the meantime, do visit our website www.itnnews.lk, your go-to source for the very latest in news at home and overseas. For the Prime TV News team, I'm Abrar Abid. A very good evening and take care.